be so interesting. And that's only because of some great teachers that you have, right? So, which lecture did you enjoy the most till now? अभी तक कौन सा lecture सबसे ज़्यादा enjoy किया है? Mathematics. All right. Every lecture. Okay. All right. All right. Science. Okay. All. I love all the teachers and all the subjects. Okay, Aditya. All right, guys. Okay. Okay. So now today, as I just said, I am the English teacher. So we will start with a very interesting lesson today. And I'm very sure अगर ऐसा शुरुआत में लेसन आएगा तो बहुत मजा आएगा आगे. So give me just a minute. I will put the screen, my screen on, and put the textbook out there. I request all of you to just have your pencils and pens ready. Pens and pencils ready रखें आप. Or whatever important words we come across and I give you the meanings, I just request all of you to note those meanings, okay? Because these words are always helpful and they will always help you improve your English. All right. So just let me know when we can start. Just write done if you are ready with your pens, pencils, and books. Rachel from JB Nagar is extremely enthusiastic, very excited. I like it. Good. All right, everyone. Okay. Now, guys, I will ask you certain questions. Okay. And I want you to raise your hands to answer and then I'll unmute you. Okay. So, my first question to you before we start the lesson, have you all come across a name called APJ Abdul Kalam, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam? Say a yes or a no in the chat. Okay. Come on, write it down, write in the chat and let me know what do you know about him? Who was he? Who was Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam? What do you know about him? Okay, now I see some people who've raised their hands. Yes, he was also called the Missile Man. All right, so I will unmute Hansika. Hansika, can you hear me? Hansika, am I audible? Hansika. Okay, I think there is some problem at Hansika's end. Then we will go with Yukta. Yukta, am I audible to you? Hello, Yukta. Okay, then let's go with Hanschul from Mulund. Hi, Hanschul, can you hear me? Hanschul? Hanschul, I've unmuted you. You just have to speak. Okay, there's some problem, I think. Let's go with Swayam Vora from Saidam. Swayam Vora.
Hello, sir.
Hi, may I know who's this?
I'm Swam Vora. I'm from Mulund Saidam.
All right, Swayam. Right, yeah, Swayam. Can you tell me what do you know about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam?
I know about APJ Abdul Kalam that he and his father built the first rocket, and he is also known as the For me, I call him the great scientist of the world. I don't know anybody about anyone else's thoughts on this, but
Okay,
I think that he was a great man. He once visited my school. I was not there, unfortunately.
okay, okay, no problems. Thank you so much, Swayam. It was good talking to you.
Thank you.
Okay, so my next question to you people is: what do you know about what do you know about Abraham Lincoln? Abraham Lincoln. Shreyas. Hi, Shreyas. Am I audible? Can you hear me? Shreyas. Okay. Aditi Rao. Hi, Aditi.
Hello.
Aditi. Hi.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Aditi. Do you know who Abraham Lincoln was?
Yes, he was the president of United States.
Okay, and why do you think was he a great man? What did he do?
Um, one-
No problem, Aditi. No problems. Okay. All right. So, guys, Abraham Lincoln, as you know, was the president of US once upon a time, and not just that, he was uh, also a member. Uh, can you please mute yourself, Aditi? Hello, who is unmuted? Please mute yourself. All right. So he was also a part of the struggle that the blacks had to go through against the whites in the US. He was the 16th president of the US. All right. So, guys, what is common between Abraham Lincoln sir and Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is that both of them were great people. Both of them had witnessed poverty. Both of them had to work really hard in their lives to be really successful and the great people that they are today. And you know, uh, this is what I believe. I don't know if other people agree to this or not. But what I believe is that, of course, hard work is important if we need to succeed. But a bit of luck is also important. A bit of luck. थोड़ा सा luck भी काम करता है, right? Do you agree with me, everyone? You can answer in the chat. Do you agree with me that of course hard work is extremely important? उसके बिना तो कुछ भी नहीं होता है. But after hard work, luck is a little important. When I say luck, I just simply mean to say to be at the right place at the right time. You know. For example, let me ask you: how many of you have heard about Hardik Pandya? You know who's Hardik Pandya? Who is Hardik Pandya? Yes, he's an Indian cricketer. He also plays for Mumbai Indians in the IPL. So I was listening to his interview the other day, and I heard him saying that he was very fortunate that he was present at the right place at the right time. For example, he says that he got selected by Mumbai Indians when he was playing a local tournament in Mumbai, and Nita Ambani and Akash Ambani, the owners of Mumbai Indians, had come there to watch the match. And luckily, they were there when Hardik Pandya was playing, and Hardik Pandya won that game for his team, and that's how he got selected. So it's all about luck. Okay, after hard work, it's luck. So this story that we're going to learn today is going to make us realize the importance of both hard work and good fortune. So I will just start my screen and we will begin. Yeah. So guys, we are doing this lesson. The lesson's name is Dick Whittington and his cat. The lesson's name is Dick Whittington and his cat. All right. So I hope you people are ready with your pencils and we'll begin now. There was once a poor boy called Dick Whittington who lived in a small village in the south of England. He had no proper home, for both his parents had died and he was unkindly treated by many of the villagers. So there was this boy called Dick. He used to live in a little village towards the south of England. So the southern part of England में वो रहता था. He had no proper home, and the reason why he was homeless was because he was an orphan. His parents had passed away when he was really young, and because his parents weren't there and he did not have a home and he was poor, he was treated unkindly by many of the villagers. The meaning of the word unkind is impolite or ill treat. ILLTREAT. यानी कि किसी को भी किसी इंसान को सही तरीके से ट्रीट ना करना. Okay, and guys, I'm really sure that you all are grateful to God that you have your parents with you. I am grateful to God that I have my parents. Okay, because when you don't have parents, you have to go through a lot. All right, so I want you all to thank God for what you have. One day, Dick overheard someone say that the streets of London were paved with gold, and he decided that he would go there at once and pick his fortune up in gold pieces from the streets. For he thought people might treat him more kindly if he were rich. So, because Dick had always been mistreated by the villagers, he always felt that I am being mistreated because I am poor. So one day, if I turn rich, if I become wealthy, मैं अगर अमीर हो गया, मेरे पास बहुत पैसा आ गया, तो लोग मुझे बहुत रिस्पेक्टफुली बुलाएंगे. So Dick overheard someone say. Heard का meaning तो हम सब जानते हैं, सुनना. Overheard का meaning I want you all to write. Please write the meaning of the word overheard. Overheard means when two people talk, when two people talk, when two people talk amongst themselves, when two people talk amongst themselves, when two people talk amongst themselves, the third person, the third person listens to their conversation. The third person listens to their conversation. Conversation का spelling होगा CONVERSATION. आपको जो भी डाउट्स रहेंगे आप अभी मत पूछेगा. आप जो भी डाउट्स रहेंगे आपको वो आप फिलहाल अपने बुक में लिख के रखिएगा. In the end, when I have a little doubt session for the last 2-3 minutes, तभी you can post your doubts and I will answer all your doubts. All right. So Dick was maybe standing somewhere and he heard दो लोग बात कर रहे थे आपस में. तो Dick ने उनकी बात सुन ली and what he heard was that the streets of London were paved with gold. Paved, heard the meaning of the word paved. Paved is covered. Covered or made. Covered or made. So what he heard some people saying that he heard some people saying that the streets of London, London तो हम सब जानते ही हैं, were actually paved and made up of gold. And he decided that he would go there at once and pick his fortune up. Pick his fortune as in pick his luck. Fortune का मतलब होता है luck. LUCK. दो मतलब होता है actually. एक होता है luck और एक होता है wealth. 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 लक एंड वेल्थ. तो उसको लगा कि यार एक काम करता हूँ, लंदन चला जाता हूँ. अब लंदन जो एक ऐसी जगह जिसके रास्ते ही गोल्ड के बने हुए हैं, तो थोड़े बहुत अगर उसके टुकड़े मैंने उठा लिए तो मैं भी रिच हो जाऊंगा. एंड वंस आई बिकम रिच, the way people will behave with me, the way people behave with me will also change. As of now, how do you think are the people behaving with him? People behave a little unkindly with him, and once he becomes rich, people will behave kindly with him. So young Dick set out to walk to London. So अभी पैसा तो था नहीं उसके पास, तो वो ना ही ट्रेन कर सकता है, ना ही फ्लाइट कर सकता है, ना ही कोई कार या कोई हॉर्स कार्ट कर सकता है. So he had no option but to walk and go towards London. He had not gone far when a man he had not gone far when a man in a cart stopped and asked him if he was running away from home. I have no home, Dick answered. I am on my way to London to find my fortune. So वो ज़्यादा दूर तक नहीं पहुंचा था तब suddenly he saw that there was a man in a cart. You know what is a cart, right? A horse cart or a bullock cart जिसमें लोग ट्रैवल करते, तो हमको मालूम पड़ता है that the story was काफी पुराना, बहुत पुराना टाइम का स्टोरी है, क्योंकि यहाँ पर हमको व्हीकल का मालूम नहीं पड़ रहा है. यहाँ पर people travel and or the mode of transportation used by people is animals, right? So then man asked Dick कि तू तेरे घर से भाग रहा है क्या? Now Dick answered that मेरे पास तो घर है ही नहीं, I don't have a home, I'm homeless. And then Dick said, I am going to London to find my fortune. To find my fortune, मैंने fortune का meaning बता दिया. It means luck or wealth. I am going to London myself, said the carter. Carter as in the person traveling in the cart. You can write the meaning. Carter is the person traveling in the cart. जो कार्ट में ट्रैवल कर रहे थे उन्होंने बोला कि मैं भी लंदन जा रहा हूँ. Jump up here beside me and we will journey together. So I think this man, the carter, was a very kind man. He saw that there was a child, walking alone on the road, which is of course very dangerous. I'm sure you people are grown up now. 8th में आ गए हो, फिर भी मम्मी डैडी जब आप घर से निकलोगे तो बहुत सारे इंस्ट्रक्शंस देंगे आपको. I'm sure, right? किसके साथ में सब होता है जरा डालो तो चैट में देखूं मैं. How many of you, have to listen to a lot of instructions about how to cross the road, not to talk to any stranger, and walk safely and cross the road safely and stuff like that, right? We are many of us. मेरे को आज भी मिलता है, right? So the man said, no problems, I'm going there anyway, तो तू आजा मेरे गाड़ी में बैठ जा and we'll go together. They arrived in London just before nightfall, and the carter left Dick and made his way to an inn. So वो लोग लंदन में पहुंच गए रात होने से पहले, और जो कार्टर था, जो इंसान कार्ट में था, उसने डिक को एक जगह पे छोड़ा and made his way to an inn. INN inn का मतलब होता है होटल, जिसके अंदर हम ठहरते हैं. When we go abroad or when we go, somewhere for a trip, तो हमारा घर वहां नहीं होता. So where do we stay? We stay in a hotel. तो होटल का एक और नाम होता है INN inn. Poor Dick stood alone and looked around him in dismay. Guys, the meaning of the word dismay is on the left hand side, as you can see. Dismay का मतलब होता है great disappointment, right? So अब वो अंकल तो चले गए उसको वहां पे छोड़ के. अब डिक बेचारा अकेला खड़ा था लंदन में, आजू बाजू देख रहा है. He was really disappointed. Why was he disappointed? Where was all that fine gold? All he could see were dirty streets and lots of unfriendly people. So अगर वहां देखो तो बोलता है यार गोल्ड तो किधर दिख ही नहीं रहा है, यहाँ तो सिर्फ गंदे रास्ते हैं और अनफ्रेंडली पीपल, ऐसे लोग जो बात भी नहीं कर रहे मेरे से. He had nowhere to sleep, and in the end he spent the night in the corner of an alley where he hoped he would come to no harm. Guys, the meaning of the word alley is also on the left hand side. It's a narrow passage between or behind buildings. If you've ever seen some English movies, like maybe the Spider-Man, and I don't know a lot of movies, English movies, but Spider-Man का movie में ऐसा दिखाया गया है कि दो बिल्डिंग के बीच में जहाँ पे डस्टबिन होता है, डस्टबिन बड़ा वाला, वहां पर उसको alley बोलते हैं. सो ये बेचारा वहां चला गया और वहां पे रात को सो गया, ये सोच कर यहाँ पर मुझे उसको कोई हार्म नहीं होगा. The next morning, Dick woke up cold, miserable, and very hungry. Miserable, miserable का meaning होता है in a bad condition. Miserable is in a bad condition. अगले दिन लड़का उठा, बहुत ठंड में था वो, बहुत ही हालत खराब थी, बहुत भूखा था. He wandered around begging for food, but again and again, people shouted at him, "Go away, you lazy fellow! Be off with you!" and aimed angry blows at his head. So लड़का उठा, बहुत भूखा था, तो वो गया लोगों से, उसने बेग किया कि मुझे खाना दे दो प्लीज. But as he had mentioned that the people were unfriendly, तो लोगों ने उसको बोला कि उसको ऐसा थोड़ा धक्का दे दिया, उसको बोला that you are lazy. Because see, even I believe that if I don't believe in giving money to someone who is begging at the signal, जिसके हाथ पैर हैं, जिसकी आंखें बराबर हैं, जो चल पा रहा है लेकिन वो काम नहीं कर रहा है, वो बेग कर रहा है, ऐसे लोग को even I don't prefer helping. I prefer to help people who are physically challenged, who are विजुअली चैलेंज, इनको दिखता नहीं है, क्योंकि वैसे लोग अगर काम कर सकते हैं तो जिसके पास हाथ पैर है वो भी काम कर सकता है। तो जो हाथ पैर वाला इंसान काम नहीं कर रहा है वो शायद लेजी है। So people told him that he is a lazy boy. He just wants to have food without working. And some of them also gave him some angry blows at his head. Angry blows को हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं टपली. Okay, so they hit him at his head. At last he collapsed in the street. Collapsed का मतलब he fell, fainted and fell. चक्कर आके गिर गया. He fainted and fell in the street and lay there, too weak and too further looked further for food. So now उसको इतना चक्कर आया कि वो गिर गया, कमजोर था, बच्चा था, अब उसमें ताकत नहीं थी खाना ढूंढने के लिए आगे जाकर. So let us see what happens next. By chance, Dick had fallen in front of a house belonging to a rich merchant. Guys, the meaning of the word merchant is businessman. By chance, Dick जिधर गिरा था वो घर था एक रिच बिजनेसमैन का, मिस्टर फ्रिजवारन. Fritzwarren is the name of the person. I forgot to tell you the meaning of the word wandered. The word wandered means to roam. ROAM. ऐसे घूमते रहना यहाँ वहाँ. To roam around. All right. So luckily उसके वो एक ऐसे घर के सामने गिरा जो एक बिजनेसमैन का था. The cook was trying to drive Dick away. So जो कुक था वो घर का, वो डिक को वहां से भगाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे. When Mr. Fitzwarren returned home from inspecting his ships, inspecting as in checking his ships, तो उनका बिजनेस जो था वो शायद शिप का था. तो मतलब वो इम्पोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट शायद करते थे, गुड्स को यहाँ से वहाँ भेजते थे. तो बस घर पे ही आ रहे थे शिप्स को इंस्पेक्ट करके. He stopped and said to Dick, "Why don't you work if you need food?" सो उन्होंने बोला कि यार तुमको अगर खाना चाहिए तो तुम काम क्यों नहीं करते, ऐसे लेजी रह के थोड़ी खाना मिलेगा. Now Dick was a very good boy, so he said, "I would work," said Dick, "but I know nobody who will give me anything to do." तो डिक ने बोला कि मैं काम करना चाहता हूँ, बट मैं यहाँ किसी को जानता नहीं हूँ, मैं नया हूँ लंदन में, मुझे नहीं पता कि लोग कौन है, किससे काम मांगू, कौन मुझे काम देगा. I have no idea about all of this, he said. All right. Take him into the kitchen. Mr. Fitzwarren ordered the cook. Feed him first and then find some work for him. So guys, do you think even Mr. Fitzwarren was a very kind man? I definitely think that he was a very good-hearted man, because if you see, बहुत छोटी सी बात है, उन्होंने उसको बोला अपने कुक को कि इसको किचन में लेके जाओ, पहले काम मत कराना, पहले उसको खाना देना, let him eat, बच्चा है वो, let him eat first and then show him what work to do. So Dick was given a home and a living. तो finally एक घर मिल गया, खाने के लिए खाना मिलता था. He had a small corner of the attic to sleep in, and his job was to help the cook with all the pots and pans in the kitchen. So उसका काम बहुत सिंपल था, किचन में कुक को हेल्प करना. जब कुक जब खाना बना रहा है तो वो बोलेंगे आपको कि ये यूटेंसिल दो, स्पून दो, ये वाला बोल दो, whatever the cook asks for, he has to give it to him. Maybe once all the utensils are used तो उसको वॉश करना, maybe वाइप करना, वापस उसको अपनी जगह पे रख देना, ये सब काम था. And he got a little corner in the attic. Guys, the meaning of the word attic is right in front of you. Okay, it's right in front of you. Attic means a very small room inside a pointed roof. तो बाहर जो कंट्रीज हैं गाइस, उसमें जो घर होता है वो स्लोपिंग रूफ्स वाले होते हैं, क्योंकि यहाँ पे स्नो गिरता है, स्पेशली लंदन में. तो जो एक नॉर्मल रूम रहता है जिसका सीलिंग नॉर्मल रहता है, वो सीलिंग के ऊपर एक स्टोर रूम रहता है जिसमें पीपल स्टोर अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स, वहां पर उसको रहने दिया गया. Dick's life should have been much better than before. अब घर मिल गया, काम मिल गया, तो लाइफ तो बेटर होना चाहिए था. But he still had two difficulties to face. पर अभी भी दो प्रॉब्लम्स थी. सबसे पहली, the first was that the attic he slept in was overrun by rats and mice. तो जो attic में वो सोता था वहां पे बहुत सारे rats and mice होते हैं. Guys, the difference between rats and mice जो होते हैं वो छोटे होते हैं, rats होते हैं बड़े होते हैं जो काटते हैं. At night, they scampered all over him and kept him awake. Scampered का मीनिंग भी गाइस दिया गया है आपको यहाँ पे. Ran here and there. तो रात को जब ये डिक सोया रहता था तो ये जो rats and mice थे उसके ऊपर भागते थे. Come on guys, imagine अगर आपके ऊपर चूहा भाग रहा है, कैसा लगेगा आपको? After a time, he solved this problem by saying, by saving the few pennies he was paid. So उसने solution ढूंढा, जो उसको पैसे मिल रहे थे वो उसने थोड़े बचाए. And buying himself a cat. अब ये लॉजिक तो आप सब मालूम है कि कैट रहा और अगर वहां पे बिल्ली रहा और वहां पे चूहा रहा तो मालूम है क्या होगा आपको? टॉम एंड जेरी तो हम सब ने देखा है. In no time at all, the cat chased away all the rats and mice, and Dick was able to sleep peacefully. Finally, जैसी कैट को लेकर आया कुछ दिनों बाद जो है वो कैट ने सबके सब जितने भी वहां पे चूहे थे सबको भगा दिया. And finally, he could sleep peacefully. All right, guys. We will stop as of now. Okay. We'll stop as of now, and I will discuss some question answers with you. All right. So you will raise your hands whenever you want to answer a question. So my first question is, what innocent belief made Dick decide to go to London? What innocent belief made Dick decide to go to London? Come on, raise your hands. Question का मतलब है ऐसा क्या बिलीफ था जिसके वजह से डिक जो है वो लंदन चला गया. All right, I can see Anshul Pal once again. Anshul, I'm unmuting you, but I hope you speak. Hi Anshul, can you hear me? Anshul, आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है. All right, we will go with Atharv Gura from Vikroli. Atharv, can you hear me? Atharv?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Atharv, can you please answer this question? वो क्या
Sir,
innocent? हाँ जी
sir,
बोलिए.
because Dick do not have his proper home and his parents were died for him.
ओके, बट वो ऐसी क्या चीज थी जो सुनकर डिक ने भरोसा कर लिया और वो लंदन चला गया?
Mm, uh, uh, one day Dick overheard someone say that the streets of London were paved with gold, and he decided that he would go there at once and pick his fortune up in gold pieces from his streets. From he thought people might treat him more kindly if he
Okay.
were rich.
Okay. Thank you, Atharva. That's the right answer. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Welcome.
All right. So guys, as Atharva rightly answered that the innocent belief was कि लंदन के जो रास्ते हैं वो गोल्ड है. अब तुम मुझे बताओ प्लीज, तुम लोग ही मेरे को बताओ कि सच में यार रास्ता गोल्ड का रहता है क्या? सच में गोल्ड का रास्ता रहता है? Of course not. What those two people meant was maybe कि लंदन जाएंगे. लंदन जैसे अभी मुंबई is called the city of dreams. यहाँ पर आओगे, काम करोगे, सक्सेसफुल हो सकते हो, रिच हो सकते हो. वैसे ही लंदन है. तो ये बेचारा इनोसेंट बिलीफ में आकर चला गया वहां पे. Okay, my next question. What hardships did he face on arriving in London? लंदन पहुंचने के बाद क्या डिफिकल्टीज फेस करनी पड़ी डिक को? Okay, let me see who's the first one to put the hands up. The first one is Hitesh Rajgor from Vile Parle. Hitesh, I'm unmuting you. Hi, Hitesh.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, Hitesh, tell me.
So he faced many problems like people were unkindly, people were not treating him well, they were scolding him and abusing him verbally.
Right. And कितना ही था बेटा, और भी था ना? Remember, he had no place to sleep.
Yes, he had to sleep in the passages and
Yes.
besides the garbage.
Yes, in the alley. And also, did he have food to eat?
No, sir.
Yeah, so these were
He
all
was
the
starving.
challenges. He was starving. Good, Hitesh. Thank you so much, Hitesh.
Welcome, sir.
All right. And the last question for the day. No, two questions. How did Mr. Fitzwarren favor Dick? How did Mr. Fitzwarren favor Dick? कैसे डिक को उन्होंने हेल्प किया? लेट मी सी. Ambeline D'Souza from JB Nagar, I'm unmuting you. Hello. Hi, Amberline. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes, sir. Amberlin.
Amberlin. Okay, Amberlin. Can you tell me the answer for this question? What favor did Mr. Fritz Warren do?
Fritz Warren told the cook to take him to the kitchen, feed him, and then give him work.
Perfect answer, Amberlin. Perfect answer. To the point. Good job. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and the last question. Is, how did the cat prove to be very useful? How did the cat prove to be very useful? Now we will go with Ria Salunke from Saidham. Hi Ria, am I audible to you? रिया am I audible to you? आपको मैंने unmute किया हुआ है. Okay, चलो रिया का आवाज नहीं आ रहा है. Hansika, I hope you can speak this time. Hansika, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hi Hansika, tell me, how did the cat prove to be useful?
When he brought the cat would run out all the mice and run all the mice which used to trouble him while sleeping.
Right, and that is why he could now sleep peacefully.
Yes, sir.
All right, all right. Thank you so much, Hansika.
Welcome, sir.
Okay, guys, if you have some doubts, you can post your doubts here. If no doubts, just write no doubt and we will stop. If you have doubts, you can post it here in the chat. If no doubts, then we can stop. What is the meaning of dismay? Dismay means disappointment. Ria from Nagar, dismay means disappointment. Come on, quickly write no doubts if you have no doubts. Come on. Meaning of overheard. यार आदित्य मैंने बहुत बड़ा मीनिंग बोला था बेटा वैसे. See, overheard is when two people are talking and the third person happens to listen to what they are saying. Rudra, the next lecture will happen the next week. Alley means a passage between two buildings. Scampered means to run over, to run here and there. All right. Nishan sir, I think the routes are done. We are done.